Hello, my name is Rodolfo de Hoyos with Home Solutions, and thank you for visiting my site. I want to talk to you about loan modification and the scam that's being perpetrated against the American consumer by the banking industry. The banks want you to submit and apply to obtain a loan modification from them. Now, if you submit and apply, first of all, the literal translation of submit and apply means to yield and to beg. And I pose the question to you, do you think that you're going to get a fair shake if you're yielding and begging? Well, as an equal party to the contract, they take away all of your power by submitting and applying for a loan modification, and if you've agreed to it, you have no authority to negotiate it in fair terms by the bank and yourself. So, whatever you do, don't submit and apply to the lenders. You have to make what's called a demand upon the lender. Under the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, you can make a demand on the lender, and they have to comply under federal law within 30 days now. It used to be 60, they changed the law, and now within 30 days they have to comply and then give you an accounting as to what has transpired with your loan, who, what, when, where, why, and how. And if they don't comply, they're in breach of your agreement. The agreement that you signed with them stipulates in your loan documents that under the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, they have to give you that accounting. And if they don't do that, now you have a legal standing and make this a judicial action against the lender. In a non-judicial foreclosure, you cannot bring a private action into court. And so what that means now, when they breach the contract, that gives you standing, that gives you power to challenge them on the violation of a breach of contract that they did against you, and now you can actually bring various other different causes of action against them if you can prove it. So on a loan modification scam, you have a lender that will agree to do a modification if you submit and apply. Since you're not submitting and applying, now you can make a demand upon them. Once they default on that demand, you can go further and notarize it, record it with the county recorders, and then now you have legal standing in order to bring an action against your lender in court. Now you can actually move the lender to come to the negotiating table on your terms, not theirs. So you can demand that they reduce the principal balance based on your findings under a securitization audit, an audit that will prove with the preponderance of the evidence that they violated state and federal laws and the Securities Exchange Commission rules and regulations and laws. So now you have standing and teeth to your cause of action in order to bring the lender to negotiate a principal reduction, not a loan modification. You don't want a loan modification. Loan modification is temporary. It violates SEC rules under the pooling servicing agreement that they cannot modify that loan because they have a fiduciary responsibility. The trustee of that pool has a fiduciary responsibility to the investors to get a certain rate of return, and they cannot modify that loan. So if they tell you that they're going to do that, they're going to string you along and delay what's called the inevitable. The inevitable is they're going to foreclose. So don't let them trick you into believing that it's a modification is possible. Do the right thing. Read your contract. Understand the terms and conditions. Understand the rules of the game. The bank knows these rules. They've wrote the rules. So you have to become empowered and informed and educated in order to understand what the rules of the game are, in order to prevail and get them to do something that's reasonable and just under the Fair Business Professions Code 17200. Okay? That's what you have to do. And this is my rant on loan modification scams and frauds by your lenders. So if you want to talk to me directly and see how you can bring them to their knees, give me a call at 888-255-9999 or go to my website at www.stopforeclosure.la. I'll see you in the funny papers. We'll talk to you soon.